Hi you guys. I just got out of a 105-degree yoga class and I shall now explain to you how I transformed my body into this in 30 days. Excuse the loud echo in my high-ceiling family home. I am extremely pumped to talk to you about Whole30 today. If you don't know what Whole30 is, it's basically a protocol where you eliminate anything processed for 30 days. Hence the name Whole30. You eat whole foods for 30 days. That means no sugar, no industrialized seed oils, nothing like breads or cereals or grains. You might not know this, but grains aren't as simple as bread and rice. Grains also includes chickpeas, legumes, corn. The science behind that has to do with the phytonutrients in grains, supposedly. You can look into the research on this. Whole30 has a plethora of resources on the internet explaining why everything is eliminated the way it is. Whole30 also eliminates all dairy, no cheese, you can't do soy. Whole30 takes out anything that might mess with your digestion. So you're basically resetting your body completely and starting from scratch. And then you reintroduce these foods one by one to see which one starts affecting you negatively. It's the ultimate self-experimentation, and I'm all about self-experimentation, let me tell you. And I'm very in tune with what works for me, what doesn't work for me when it comes to nutrition, exercise. I'm just really self-aware. So I loved Whole30 so much. Pre this video, I was already following paleo for almost 2 years now. And paleo is essentially Whole30. I'm not like a junk food person at all. I'm already very healthy. I can really notice anytime the slightest change in my energy or digestion or body, my exertions, like what I'm capable of, it becomes so obvious if I slip up in my nutrition because I feel it everywhere else in my life because I'm a very high-functioning individual. I get up early, I hit the gym, I ship orders and stand on my feet and lift heavy things all day long and honestly love to do it. It was just that with the holidays, I was not eating consistent, healthy junk food, weird quantities because of Thanksgiving and Christmas and family visiting and eating out a lot. Nothing was consistent basically, and consistency is the key to success in so many areas of life. When January came around, I decided to get back to my consistent breakfast, lunch, meal prepping, all that good stuff, and stop eating the healthy junk food, the grain-free chips, or the Lara bars, just like things that aren't nutrient dense. I could do a whole nother video on this, but it drives me insane how the food industry and society in general has kind of created this weird norm that you're supposed to worry so much about calories. Like, I find it really weird that people worry so much about protein, fat, carbs, and calories rather than nutrients. Why don't people freak out that over 75% of Americans are dehydrated and no one practically, except me, definitely me, gets their daily intake of potassium because you're supposed to eat a lot of potassium every day, and that's key to digestion, that's key to anti-bloating, that is key to energy optimization and hydration. It's so weird. I don't know why people don't worry about it. Like, we're in a potassium pandemic, if you ask me. Maybe this video can help change your perspective. So for 30 days, I just ate really nutrients-dense foods. I'll show some of them on the screen here. I have recipes all over eatwantadate.com too that list in the description if it's paleo, if it's Whole30, if it's vegan, if it's oil-free, if it's dairy-free. My go-tos are I make paleo pancakes with pumpkin puree or bananas, and I use eggs, date spread. For dinner, I love to do things like cauliflower stir-fry rice, spaghetti squash pasta, or squashta, as I like to say. Get it? What's great about Whole30 is that you're not supposed to worry about calories, carbs, macros, blah, blah, blah. You're just supposed to eat till you're not hungry anymore, and eat when you are hungry, and make sure you're eating very balanced meals. If you really think about it, it's not even revolutionary. Whole30 is how you're supposed to eat. What's actually weird is that we eat things that aren't food. Like, think about it. Hold on. Gotta love living with a normal, standard American diet filled household of food. My parents definitely don't eat Whole30, let's just say this. This is not food. This is an invention. This is as close to food as like this. Like there's not, okay, there's a big difference between this and this, but in a way there isn't. Nothing about this was taken like from the planet. Like the ingredients in this: enriched wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, I can't even pronounce it, yeast, soda, salt. It's just so weird if you think about it. People might think I'm weird, and I'm weird in the sense that I'm not like most people. I look at the food I eat very differently than others. When my parents are snacking on these and I'm eating a bowl of fruit, I look at them and I'm like, what do you put, like that's not food. Hold on. This is food. Sorry about this. I injured myself opening a can of coconut milk. This is food. So I'll be sitting on the couch eating these as we watch TV. My mom is snacking on these. It's just so different. These are empty calories. That's why you can eat them endlessly. The human body was created to live off of nutrients, and it will eat food until you're satisfied nutritionally, or until you will feel like exploding. So I can eat half this and feel cool because I just filled my body with nutrients. Whereas someone else could eat the whole bag of this and still feel empty because you're still nutrient depleted. Since you need nutrients to live and the food industry is trying to get you to live off of stuff like this now, they add nutrients into it, but they're not the same. Actually, this has no nutrients in it. It's literally just corn and vegetable oil, canola, sunflower, and salt. Sodium though is needed for life, so there's one thing. Because if American society is now living off of stuff like this, you gotta get some nutrients, right? It's so messed up. The only time I would ever even consider eating it is if I'm hungry and there's absolutely nothing else around. That's why the Keto Whole30, honestly, you have to grocery shop so much. You will eat this or fail if you don't have this as an option around. Grocery shopping is key. I grocery shopped, but then again, I love grocery shopping, so it was fun. I mean, nothing feels more fun than filling your cart with a bunch of fruits and vegetables. Another phenomenal thing about Whole30 is that you will, as a result, learn so much. I made this video about quitting added sugar, and there are so many hidden names for added sugar. And Whole30 gives you this list of banned ingredients. I'll link it in the description. And you'll see all the hidden names for sugar that are in your foods. If you're gonna buy anything in the grocery store that comes in a bag or package, you're gonna have to read the ingredient label. And you'll see that pretty much everything in a package has added sugar. It's just under a different name than sugar. It might be maltodextrin, dextrose. There are so many hidden names. So anyone considering Whole30 definitely needs to screenshot and save on their phone the list of banned ingredients. And I really encourage you to Google Whole30, can I have, and the ingredient. For example, Google Whole30, can I have canola oil, and it will explain why you can't. You'll learn so much. It's amazing, and it'll really change your life forever. This is what should have been taught in schools, in my opinion. Whole30 is True Nutrition 101 and Ingredient 101. So with my Whole30, I just took the before and after picture, and I could tell you that my bowel movements were way more consistent since my digestion and hydration was on point. I got my energy back really quickly. Since I was already not eating added sugar, I didn't have the highs and lows of the sugar withdrawals. I experienced those a couple years ago when I first quit added sugar. And again, I mentioned that in this video. My thing was that I just stopped feeling lifeless. By the end of the holiday season, like I just wanted to sleep in. Didn't want to stand on my feet for as long as I had to every day. I just couldn't wait to stop. Or when I came home at 5 p.m., I didn't feel like going on a sunset run, which I usually always do. I think I tie that back to my hydration not being optimized and my nutrition just not having as many nutrients in my body as I usually do. So Whole30 was great because I got my nutrients back up, my hydration on point. By the way, hydration is so much more than just drinking a lot of water. Hydration is a balance of water, potassium, magnesium, and salt. And like I said in the beginning, most people aren't eating enough potassium. The more salt you're eating, the more water you need to intake, and the more potassium you need to intake. The way I did Whole30 was a little different than what they preach on the internet. Online, you'll read that you're not supposed to eat a ton of fruit and you're not supposed to have smoothies or paleo pancakes because they call it sex with your pants on. Whole30 is really about like healing your relationship with food for a lot of people, eating the thing itself rather than changing its form. I don't have a bad relationship with food though, and have already been eating very healthy, and this was just kind of a reset. So having smoothies or acai bowls or making paleo pancakes with raw ingredients by scratch was totally cool with me. So if you're a Whole30 Nazi, don't yell at me. I didn't eat things like RX bars or Lara bars or like cheaty snacks. I really like made everything from scratch and ate whole foods and put all that effort in. No grain-free tortilla chips this time around. I would eat actual dates if I wanted something sweet. I just love Whole30. I love healthy food. I hope this like convinces you to try it. Again, it's just normal in terms of what we were created to eat. It just seems so revolutionary though for 2021. But I like to be different. I don't want to be the majority of Americans. I kind of like the fact that when I walk around grocery stores with like my arms full of fruits and vegetables, people look at me like, wow, that chick must be very healthy. Or when I'm pushing huge carts legitimately equal to my weight up ramps at the post office full of your date spread orders. People are like, how is that girl doing that? Or when I get people staring at my arms because they're all muscly, and I guarantee you I spend less time working my arms out than some people do. I so badly want to be different. I don't want to be like other people. I love feeling and being strong, having all this energy, and I'm all about extreme ownership. If you don't like something, change it. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It drives me crazy when people are like, woe is me, I'm stuck, I can't, I this. And I have those moments too. But I pull myself out of them is the thing. Quite literally, anything is possible unless you decide it's not. Kind of like how I said on Shark Tank, like failure is just when you quit. I think about that in business and nutrition and everything in life. So take that with yourself. Hope you loved this Whole30 video.